Hey everyone, Matt here from Native Instruments, and today we're going to check out the latest Massive X expansion, Bump. Rave-ready rumbles, booming bass, and earth-shaking subs. Bump brings the low end. Pair with the new bass enhancer effect for hard-hitting bass lines that get things moving from your speaker cones to festival crowds. Today, I'm using Logic Pro X. We'll play some melodies using the presets from Bump and break down how they were created. To find a preset, you can simply click the search bar here. On the left-hand side, this is where all your Massive X expansions will be. Let's click on Bump. Now, let's select the preset Retro Touch. What makes this sound so special are the performers. These are specialized sequencers made for modulation. Let's play some notes and flip through the options. What's cool about performers is they can be assigned to manipulate any parameter inside Massive X. You can also draw your own in. You can hear how this one's heavily affecting the cutoff filter. Let's go ahead and record a melody in our track, and then we'll modulate our own sequence. Alright, we got that in there. Let's see how this filter affects the sound. That sounds really cool. You'll notice this is being routed to the third macro knob. Since I'm not going to use that macro, I'm going to replace it with P3, which is the third performer. If you click the little cross arrow, you can drag it to any parameter you want to assign it to. Now that we have the routing set, let's change this to unipolar and draw in our line. So right now what's happening is it's modulating the filter cutoff to open over 8 measures. I'm going to turn down how much the filter is opening up and change it so it opens over 2 measures instead. This way it'll sound like it's sidechained. Sweet, that's a really cool preset, and what you can do with it is even cooler. Let's check out another one. This preset's called Glider, and that's for good reason. You can change the duration of glide between notes by adjusting this knob right here. You have another option in the voice tab, which will determine whether a held note will continue to play after a new note has been released. For example, if I turn this off and I'm holding D1 and then I push D2, when I release D2, D1 will stop playing as well. And if I turn this on, it does the opposite. It's also sometimes called monophonic legato. We got our glide dialed in. Let's go ahead and record some bass using multiple octaves. We got the melody in there. Now let's check out this bass enhancer. The insert itself is pretty straightforward. You get a crossover filter, mix, gain, level, and a boost button. I think the best way to hear the difference is to find the resonant frequency on an EQ of the bass note, and then we'll boost that frequency. So I'm going to raise this bell in the EQ about 20 decibels, and then I'm going to make the Q super thin. Now we'll play the bass back until we can find the resonant frequency. And I think we got it. Let's jump back over to Massive X and find that frequency in the bass enhancer. I set the frequency, let's turn on boost. Keep your eye on the EQ spectrum as I adjust the gain. And that's the bass enhancer. And while it may not be something you can audibly hear right away, it's definitely something you can physically feel. Let's play this section back and then check out another preset. This preset's called Tight Slapper. Let's check out some of the characteristics. Macro knob 1 is assigned here to this wave position. Let's see how this changes the sound. It kind of gives it a hollow tone, which I really like. Let's adjust some more macros. And the drive. These presets are so well thought out, they really give you all the adjustments that you could need just with these simple macro knobs. Let's make this sound a little bit more of our own. One thing I really like to do is take a low bass and play it a couple octaves up to create a lead pluck. Let's adjust the reverb on the effect insert. I'll change this to a large hall, then we'll crank up the mix and the size. This is starting to sound cool. Now let's turn up the distortion. By turning up the distortion, now I'm hearing a lot of low end, so we'll click on the EQ and turn the low gain all the way down. Last thing I want to do is filter this thing out a little bit. I'm going to delete the envelope modulation and then adjust the cutoff knob. Perfect. Let's record on top of that bass line from the previous part. Alright, I think we made something really cool just by using the presets that came with Bump and tweaking them a little bit to be our own. Let's play this entire thing back. And that's the Massive X expansion Bump. Check it out today at nativeinstruments.com or get it as part of the Complete Now bundle. Stay tuned for more plugin walkthrough videos to see what comes with Complete Now and how you can make most of all the included sounds.